Hey folks, welcome to this week's edition of Brushpile Fishing. We have a great show in store for you today. First of all, I'm at Ren Lake with my good friend Kyle Schoenherr, and Kyle has won not only the Crappie Masters, but also the Crappie USA National Championships. We're on Ren Lake. We're going to be fishing buckbrush. It's a great pattern, so you stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey folks, welcome back to Brushpile Fishing. I'm with my good friend Kyle Schoenherr. Kyle.
What's up, man?
It's just like normal, man. We plan a trip here to Rend, and it is windy and a little bit chilly, but the winds are howling right now.
Yeah, we got a southeast wind. We ain't had that for probably a week now. Water temps fell from 71 to about 58 in the last few days. So I think it's kind of got them a little bit in overdrive. They're up close to doing their thing, and it pushed them into doing it a little quicker. So we're going to try to get maybe not numbers, but some big fish is what we're going for.
And you say we're going to fish some shallow water.
We're going to be fishing a jungle, buckbrush bushes, real nasty cover, comes up high. You've seen it before. They're right in the middle of it. So it's going to be fun.
Well, another windy afternoon on Rend. Let's get started.
I'm ready.
Okay. Kyle, we're just getting started this afternoon, and this is about some of the thickest stuff that I've fished in a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty unique. I've only seen it actually a few other places in the country, but you know, the main thing to get in this stuff is to keep vertical, take your time, be patient, slow up and down, in and out. When you get hung, just gently shake it. But one of the things a lot of people want to do is they want to pull that jig right up to the tip and stick their rod down in that stuff. And what that does is you can't set the hook on a fish. And a lot of times your line gets wrapped up, your rod gets stuck in there. So if you can stay above it, it is really going to help you out.
We're starting out. One of us, I've got a minnow on, you've got a jig on, until we figure out what they want.
Ooh,
and there is a dandy fish to get going. Oh no!
Just come off. Just come off. But
and there it went.
That was a female. Pretty good female.
Nice fish.
That's part of this, fishing up this stuff. Get my trusty little tool here. This is another good idea if you're going to be fishing heavy cover like this. This is basically a frog gig handle with a catfish hook on it, because you're going to be back up in there stuck on limbs that you can't reach.
So you've got to have something.
So you've got to have something that you can get out there. Usually you can get out and twist them limbs off. I'll get a hold of it.
There you go.
Oh. Oh. Boy, you got a big one, Russ.
I'd like to.
There's.
Oh, there you go. Not a bad one there. There's another one.
A double. That's a male.
Whoa. Look how dark he is. I'm going to be honest with you, Kyle. I did not think I was going to get him out of there.
I tell you what, this is a big old bait. My buddy Travis is making muddy water baits.
Yep.
And look how far down. That's probably about a 12-inch female, about a 3-inch bait, and it's got it all the way down in there. A male and a boy and a girl.
Look at the difference in the color. The male's real super dark. First double. That was good.
That's the way it started. The bigger fish we've caught here have been out in this outside row of bushes because the lake level's fallen. A few weeks ago, way up in there was pretty good fish. Now it's no more males, just 10-inch fish. But you can still catch some good fish wading, but it's more right up behind this row of bushes.
And Kyle, question for you.
Yeah.
When you dip into a hole here, how long do you let it set before you're out of that one and looking for something else?
That's a good question. Usually about 10 or 15 minutes, or 10 or 15 seconds.
That's it.
And I'm gonna pick it up. This is so dense that, especially if fish are lethargic like they are now with this big temperature drop in the water, that they may be positioned looking this way. Well, you drop around, they may know it's there, but they may not turn to hit it. Okay, so I may move 6-8 inches, but I'm trying to move it around to get that fish position right in front of that fish. Okay, so just dropping in 2 or 3 times in one spot
and go.
Ain't gonna get it. So you want to really fish it thorough, especially like now where we know there's a few fish in it.
All right, folks, right now I want to talk about something that was a little bit different to do. Kyle talked about keeping that pole way above the brush and not actually lowering your tip of the pole down. This is what we naturally like to do, and at first this definitely took some getting used to, holding that pole up, because you're actually at an angle up to stay above those bushes. But after I got used to it, it was a pretty good technique to use. The other thing I want to talk about, both Kyle and I, you'll see us have the line in our left hand. All this does, it allows us to control how much line goes down or how much line comes out. We can be a lot better control by just keeping that line in our left hand.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Brushpile Fishing is proud to announce the Brushpile Fishing Combos now available at brushpilefishing.com. We have brought together gear from our top sponsors, passing on big savings direct to you. Both combos include the B&M Pro 100 spinning reel, Gamma High Viz 6-pound line, Brushpile Fish Attractant, with either the B&M Sharpshooter 6 and Southern Pro Dock Shooting Kit, or 10.5 Russ Bailey Signature Series with Southern Pro Jig Fishing Kit. Get yours today. Visit brushpilefishing.com for more. Get ready, get registered, and get qualified for the 2017 Cabela's Crappie USA Classic, hosted this year on Kentucky and Barkley Lakes, Paris, Tennessee. Crappie USA, the largest crappie tournament organization in the world, is giving you the chance to compete for over $100,000 in cash and prizes. Brushpile Fishing takes it a step further, offering a $5,000 bonus for amateur and semi-pro teams who win the Grand Lake Super Event and the Crappie USA National Championship. Take your fishing to the next level with the Cabela's Crappie USA Tournament Classic. For great fishing, check out Grand Lake St. Mary's. Located in west central Ohio, if you're looking to land bass, catfish, crappie, perch, or bluegill, Grand Lake is the place for you. Check out greatergrandlakeregion.com.
There we go.
There you go.
Nope.
He's still on there, Russ?
I don't know if he's on or not. God, he must be off. Did you lose these hooks at all, or?
Yeah, if it's what you want to do is just pull straight to you. I didn't know if the fish was still there.
I think he's off.
Okay, just if it won't shake loose, just throw that pole behind you and give it kind of a pull straight to you. Just don't cut your hand. That braid will cut your hand.
Yeah.
There you go. Was it a good bite?
Yeah, he popped her. I was in the thick stuff too, man. All right, folks, here's your little tip. A lot of crappie anglers have never used a braided line. here's something that's going to help out. First of all, if you put any split shot on or anything, make sure you don't use your teeth. You use the equipment made for that. And the most important thing, when you go to cut that tag end off your jig or your minnow hook or whatever you're using, don't use your teeth to do that. Braided line is super, super tough, and it'll cut your fingers also. So what you want to use is scissors specially designed for braided line. That's what they're there for. It cuts it off and it'll save you from an injury on the water. I think one of the hardest things so far.
Oh, there you go, Russ. He's on there. Ooh, that's another good
there's
male.
another nice male.
Choke up with your left.
Come on.
I'm gonna help you.
He's in that branch here. Oh, he barely hooked too.
Oh.
And there he
I
went.
should have got the hook, but I thought he'd have fell off for that.
It's gonna take some use to. That is tough getting them out of there, folks.
Yeah.
It is so thick, and I'm hoping the camera's really seeing just how thick it is. But it is fun because now you've definitely got a challenge in this type of fishing.
Yeah, he wasn't hooked too well. You're okay if you get a good hook set and everything works out right. But every once in a while it'll get hung up in that thin part of the mouth, and you gotta be quick to get them. I should have grabbed that hook, but
So it was your fault I lost
it
that?
was. I'll take blame on it.
But you know the thing is, that was another nice male.
Yeah. If you get a big one, Russ, a great big one, just keep his head right above water.
Okay.
There's another little eater male. This bush is so thick that I'm sure a big fish is going to wrap it up on us. So we'll get that hook and get him out of there. Pretty male. I love this time of year. The color on these fish is unreal. And that could have been. There you go. There you go. Oh. These males is crazy. How many times they'll hit one fish will hit one bait.
Yeah.
You can drop in, and if that male hits it and you miss it, he might hit that 5-6 times before you actually catch that fish. They're definitely territorial right now. They're protecting their area. So
you can tell how deep they are in that spawn just by that color. You know, you wonder how the fish can even
move.
Be in there.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, really. It is.
Well, I can tell you, this is definitely the thickest stuff I have ever fished.
If you can fish this right, you can fish about anything there is out there.
Oh, another male.
Another male. It's amazing how big a bait these little guys will eat. Here's another 10-inch fish. We found a nest of them males, ain't we?
Yep.
These males, I fish every day of the year almost. And this is the funniest time of year, these fish, they're like little guard dogs. They're really aggressive this time of year, especially when they're darkened up like that. That's their job, is to get in here and guard their area. And they do it. They're pretty ferocious little fish.
Hey folks, right now I want to take a minute and talk about the rig we were using today. I had actually started out with a bobber and a mustad hook and a minnow rig, but we found that those males were so aggressive we went to the jig for both of us. First of all, this is a BGJP 11-footer, and that stands for Buck's Graphite Jig Pole. Very good for what we were using today and that heavy stuff. Now, we've got a 15-pound braid. This is a mustad line, and you definitely want to use a braided line for the presentation that we did today because all of the brush was just so thick. As far as the jigs, Kyle was using a muddy water bait. I was using an umbrella jig by Southern Pro with a mustad jig head. Those fish were aggressive, so that's the kind of bait we wanted them to see.
Welcome to the world of Mustad. Legendary craftsmanship with over 180 years of experience. With advanced designs and technology, Mustad is a name you can trust for whatever you fish for. The long trusted classic and big game hooks, the innovative Ultra Point designs, assortment of tools and jigs, or pre-tied rigs and accessories. Quality and durability are built into every Mustad product. Saltwater giants or freshwater trophies. Make your next trip more memorable with Mustad.
Brushpile Fishing is proud to announce the Brushpile Fishing Combos now available at brushpilefishing.com. We have brought together gear from our top sponsors, passing on big savings direct to you. Both combos include the B&M Pro 100 spinning reel, Gamma High Viz 6-pound line, Brushpile fish attractant, with either the B&M Sharpshooter 6 and Southern Pro Dock Shooting Kit, or 10.5 Russ Bailey Signature Series with Southern Pro Jig Fishing Kit. Get yours today. Visit brushpilefishing.com for more. Step up your game and step into a War Eagle Blackhawk 2170. The Blackhawk 2170 gives anglers a tough aluminum hull with over 21 feet of stable, well-balanced fishing real estate. War Eagle. We build them tough for hunters who like to fish. Driftmaster rod holders. Whether you are pushing, pulling, or organizing, Driftmaster has you covered with products that are made in America. We can rig any boat for any technique from front to back. Driftmaster, for the way you fish. Introducing NKT.TV, a brand new solution for the cord-cutting generation. With NKT.TV, viewers enjoy viewer-specific programming, with the ability to pick and choose the channels you wish to subscribe to. Missed brushpile fishing this week? Catch it on NKT.TV, along with all your other Pursuit Channel favorites. NKT.TV offers dozens of network and channel options for you, the viewer, to choose from. So go ahead, cut the cord, and get everything you want with nothing you don't. Visit NKT.TV today.
B&M Poles has been producing high-quality crappie equipment backed by world-class customer service for over 70 years. Hundreds of tournament wins, including both national tournament trails in 2015. B&M Poles, trusted by the best in the industry. This episode of Brushpile Fishing is brought to you by Buckeye Ford, B&M Poles, Greater Rend Lake Region, Brushpile Fish Attractants, Minn Kota Humminbird.
Ooh, there you go.
There we go.
Coming your way.
Come
Need the
on.
hook. It's in the boat. Oh,
Another male.
that's a good male there.
Yes, it is. Whoa.
Was right dead center in there.
He was
wasn't
right in there.
Right in the middle.
And you had just talked about threading the needle, and that's what I had to do there. Pretty fish. I love it when they're this
I
dark.
know,
Just
yeah.
absolutely love them. I can see where you talked about too, controlling your line with
Yeah.
your non-pole hand
Right.
is
Yep.
pretty important.
Yeah, I see that a lot too. Clients, when I explain that to them, they grab it here and they fish with it like here. You really got to get, choke up on it,
Yeah.
and shorten that line up and get comfortable and use it to lower back down. I use that more than I do raising my rod up or down, really. Plus, you can control that fish so much better when
Yeah.
you have that line in your hand.
Kyle, on this pattern here in Rend, when will they start to move out of these bushes? What water temperature normally keys at?
It depends really more on the water level on this lake, because if we can keep 2 or 3 foot of water in these, especially these tall ones around, they'll leaf out, okay? So they'll start producing a lot of shade for these fish, so they'll stay up there well after they spawn.
Really?
Just hanging in that habitat. There's a lot of small fish that have spawned. Crappie is one of them.
Right.
So there's plenty of feed there for them. Cool shade, comfortable water temp. So they'll hang on in there a little bit after they spawn if the water level stays. If it gets down to about a foot, it'll force them fish to move
Right.
out.
So we're going right into it.
We're gonna go right in there. You kind of see it's a little bit of a split between 2 of these big tall bushes, but there's a canopy of old dead vine up there that I'm trying to get to. See it right at the front of the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to see if there were stopped. So sometimes it'll whip you back out of there, but we mowed over a pretty good path. So we'll jump up here and see, but try to poke down through that canopy of old dead vine. And then males will get in there and in that shade.
Hey folks, as you just saw, Kyle uses his boat just like he would a rod or a reel or anything else. It is a piece of equipment for fishing. As you can see, we drove right up onto that brush piles, and let me tell you, I could hear that scratch in the boat, but that's how he gets some of those bigger fish. Kyle, do you ever pull up on a bush and it's got different size fish, or they?
Yeah, oh, for sure. A lot of times up on your upper ends of the lake, though, you'll get in certain areas that just seems like there's not a lot of fish in each one, but there's a good female, you know, like you just caught. So they'll definitely kind of group up in your class, but just because you catch a few keepers doesn't mean there isn't a big fish either.
Right.
So you gotta keep digging in there.
Was that a miss I heard?
Yes, sir.
All right, just checking, just checking.
Yes, that
I think I'm
was.
finally in commission.
That fish was not shy about it either. Okay, big boy. Do that one more time. That fish hit it like a freight train. There you
That's a
go.
nice
Hold
fish.
it right there.
I got her.
Oh, just don't move it.
Oh, come
You're
on.
all right.
It's a nice fish too.
As soon as he stops shaking. Okay.
To get her?
Yep. Okay, now loosen that nut on the side. That's a good female, dude.
Okay. Ah, the reel's on. There we go.
We got her. We got her now.
Oh yeah. There's the ramble comes handy
Yeah.
too, huh? Oh yes. Now get that in my hand. There's a nice female.
That's a good one.
There we go.
That's a wrestling match there, ain't it?
We just pulled up to that bush, first drop in, and wham. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, if he didn't have that pole, there's no way I could have got that fish in. There's just no way. Look at that. Big old mouth on her.
Brushpile Fishing is proud to announce the Brushpile Fishing Combos now available at brushpilefishing.com. We have brought together gear from our top sponsors, passing on big savings direct to you. Both combos include the B&M Pro 100 spinning reel, Gamma High Viz 6-pound line, Brushpile Fish Attractor, with either the B&M Sharpshooter 6 and Southern Pro Dock Shooting Kit, or 10.5 Russ Bailey Signature Series with Southern Pro Jig Fishing Kit. Get yours today. Visit brushpilefishing.com for more.
Do you ever struggle to quickly tie on hooks and jigs because the eye is too small, your hands are cold, or your eyesight just isn't what it used to be? Hi folks, I'm Russ Bailey of Brushpile Fishing. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, and I struggle to tie on line to my jigs. That's why I'm pleased to announce the Tie Pro. Tie Pro is a simple, fast fishing tool to thread small eyelets, tie knots, and clip line. It's that easy.
Go to tiepro.com/brushpile for special offer.
Looking for the best baits and lures on the market? Look no further than southernpro.com. Southern Pro baits are handmade from the hook to the finished product by American workers in the USA. And our colors are mixed by our very own master craftsmen. At Southern Pro, our focus is fulfilling the desires of our fellow fishermen. Tube and solid plastics, bass tubes and lures, ice fishing tackle. Southern Pro has what you need. Visit our online store at southernpro.com to find everything that you're looking for to bring in your next limit of fish.
Introducing NKT.TV, a brand new solution for the cord-cutting generation. With NKT.TV, viewers enjoy viewer-specific programming, with the ability to pick and choose the channels you wish to subscribe to. Missed brushpile fishing this week? Catch it on NKT.TV, along with all your other Pursuit Channel favorites. NKT.TV offers dozens of network and channel options for you, the viewer, to choose from. So go ahead, cut the cord, and get everything you want with nothing you don't. Visit NKT.TV today. For great fishing, check out Ren Lake St. Mary's. Located in west central Ohio, if you're looking to land bass, catfish, crappie, perch, or bluegill, Grand Lake is the place for you. Check out greatergrandlakeregion.com.
This episode of Brushpile Fishing is brought to you by Mustad, Southern Pro, Ty Pro, CommScope Power and Tell, Crappie USA.
Kyle, it's been overcast all afternoon, but now it's definitely nighttime setting in. We're in a race here to get a few more.
Right, we come back to an area, we got some numbers earlier just to get a few more before we have to quit this evening. It's actually about the only place sheltered out of the wind that we can fish this evening.
It's hard to quit though when you're catching nice fish like this. And I'm just now getting used to it. I don't want to quit. There you go. Little male.
Another little male. Be one Russ can take home and have for dinner. It's a little guy, about 10 inches.
Kyle, I am starting to like this kind of fishing.
There ain't nothing like it. I love getting back up in there and watching that cork shoot down like that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. When we first started, first couple minutes, I'm thinking, ugh, this is more than a hassle than it's worth. But man, starting to get the hang of it, and we're catching some pretty good fish.
Well, that's the exact habitat that them fish, spawn in.
Yeah.
And the thing a lot of people forget is they don't worry about how hard it is for us to get to them. That's where they want to be. So you either got to not catch them fish or figure out a way to get in there and get them.
Take it.
Yep.
There he is.
Ooh,
Oh, there's another nice. That's a male.
Did you get it? You got it.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna try to help you. Okay. Now you got it.
Got him.
We got him now. Oh, that's a pretty
big
fish,
male.
ain't it?
Yes. Look at there. I tell you folks, it is getting dark and I just don't want to quit. That is another nice fish. Whew. Talk about having the tuxedos on.
It's a fight to get him out of there, ain't it?
He is a big wide body. Folks, as you know, most of the applications that I like to fish, I use a monofilament line, but that absolutely would not have worked today. We had a 15-pound Mustad braid line on, and that was essential in the techniques we were fishing. You could see that those bushes were very, very thick, and we got caught up several times in them, but with that heavy braided line, you could pull your jig right out of the cover. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Right on the outer edge there, if I can get him. Oh. I'm in a bush and in a tree. Try to hold him tight. There we go. We are underneath a tree right now, and that does not make it easy. There we go, though. Look at that fish. Folks, you can see how wide they are. I've got a pretty big hand. Another dark, dark male, and that's a real good size male, too. Folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Here with Kyle Schoenherr on Ren Lake. Kyle, we've had a blast. Yeah. We only had a couple hours, but we absolutely whacked, and we lost some nice big fish too.
Yeah, we did. And when you're fishing that kind of structure like that, I mean, there's no way to get around it. You're gonna lose some fish, And we ended up got a big female out with a hook on there, and that's something you got to have to get the fish out like that. But no, we made the most of our time, I think.
I'd love to stay out there, but as folks, you can see, it's got plenty dark. So we're going to wrap it up. Folks, you stay tuned because we'll be back next week with Brushpile Fishing.